Warning, the following podcast has been classified as insanely lucrative. Listener discretion is advised.
I think it's ultra ninja. It's an advanced strategy. I wouldn't recommend to anybody that's just starting to mess with.
Your attention, please. Listening to the AM/PM podcast may cause recurring revenue streams and unfair advantages over your competitors. Other side effects may include fatter wallets, fired bosses, and longer vacations. Listen at your own risk. Here's your host, seven-figure entrepreneur and online marketing madman, Manny Coates. Manny Coates.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AM/PM podcast. My name is Manny Coates, and I will be your host, and this is the show where we discuss how to generate recurring revenue streams 24 hours per day during the AM and the PM, hence the name of the show, AM/PM podcast. Ha! As a matter of fact, I was just getting my hair cut, and I was taking a look around the room, and I found 4 new products that I will be private labeling. And while I was thinking about how to private label them, how to make them very unique, I was making money. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Silence, everybody. Guillermo is about to plug in for the first time his private label product. It's one that he actually hand built himself, and against my advice in regards to actually building your own electronic parts without having ever gone to school to learn about electrical engineering or any kind of circuitry making. He decided to go for it anyways. It's just in his Latino genetics to create and build a better world. So here we go, guys. He's about to plug it in. Hang on, I'm taking a step back. Get away from that. Get over here. All right, let's step away from this heat. You gotta move a little further away. Okay, all right, this is good. So, Guillermo Puyol, how are you doing, my good friend?
I'm doing well, Manny. How's everything going?
Well, other than you nearly blowing us up and then burning the rest of us to a crisp, things are great. I'm actually excited because for the first time in a long while, we're actually on this podcast together, and it's not a Q&A. How cool is that?
How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think, right?
I think so. You know, the only drawback to this, the bummer about the whole thing is I don't get to ask you my hypothetical questions. So I'm a little bummed out about that.
Oh, darn. My heart's breaking right now.
I know. So let's not waste any time. This is going to be probably one of our most important podcasts. I want to get through 4 points, and you talked about it. We actually talked about this for those of you that are new and don't know us. We always communicate about what we're going to share and what we're not going to share. Some of the stuff is just really, really advanced, and it'll lose most people. It just doesn't, how would you say it, Guy? It just doesn't fit the majority of our audience, right?
Yeah, I think the majority of our audience is just getting started. So some of the topics that we're going to cover today are definitely geared towards the more advanced, more experienced sellers, those people that really are already selling a bunch of products and just want to take it to the next level.
Yeah, for sure. So I've got 4 points here. I think you're looking at the same list. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into item number 1. What do you say?
Let's do it, man.
Hey, update. I'm inserting this into the podcast post-edit because there's been some confusion by some people who are actually listening to this episode. So I wanted to make sure that I'm very clear on this. The insane tips that we're going to be giving you, these 4 tips, they are not going to have any value for you unless you listen to the very last tip. It's a secret tip at the very, very end. So, and that won't make sense unless you listen to the first 4 tips. So make sure you listen to the whole thing all the way through, even to the last second of the credits. Otherwise, it's not going to be good. Or just don't listen to it at all. So listen to the whole thing or not at all, and let's get into it. Thanks. Okay, so I've always said, you know, in your title, you want to make sure that you use your most relevant keywords. Everybody kind of knows that, right? The most popular keywords, the money keywords, you want to get those into your title, okay? But what we found out through a ton of experimentation is that you also want to use numbers in there, because numbers, first of all, they grab your attention when you see it. Kind of throws things off because people don't usually see numbers in titles. But not just any kind of number, right, Guy? Because that's the important part thing. This is the ninja part of it.
Yeah, I mean, we've tested this thoroughly, and the numbers that seem to work best are uppercase numbers, with the exception of the number 7 for some reason.
Yeah, the number 7, no good, but all other uppercase numbers are fantastic. I don't know what it is and why, but when you make them uppercase, they just, conversions just go up. It's crazy. I mean, the click-throughs increase and then conversions also go up. So it's like a double bonus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we've tried uppercase numbers. We tried special characters. The special characters didn't work, except there was the lowercase exclamation point.
Yeah, the
that one
lowercase
worked wonders.
Right, and why is that? I don't know. I can't even say it. It's such a complicated phrase, but the lowercase exclamation points do really well. It's the only special character that we use. And that's it. That's it for tip number 1. I think it's Ultra Ninja. It's an advanced strategy. I wouldn't recommend to anybody that's just starting to mess with uppercase numbers. You might mess it up, and you might also use the number 7, the uppercase number 7, which is absolutely the stamp of death. It's not good. Don't do it.
Don't do it, guys.
Okay. So, whew. That's good. That's one of those nuggets where we could just end the podcast right there because it's so good. But we have 3 more, Guy.
3 more. And I'm seeing stars, Manny. I'm seeing stars.
Yes, you are. Because here's the thing, guys. On your images, okay, what we found is that if you use a 6-pointed star on your primary image, was it the primary or the secondary? No, it was secondary, wasn't it?
In the secondary.
Secondary image. If you use a 6-pointed star, okay, on your secondary image in both the upper left-hand corner and the right-hand corner, your click-throughs increase by a whopping 175%.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's amazing. But you might be thinking, well, I'm just going to throw any kind of stars up in the corners. Doesn't work that way, does it, Guy?
No, actually, we tested 3-point stars, 4-point stars, 5-point stars, and 6-point stars. We didn't see any changes with 5-point stars, and the 6-point star beat out the 3 and 4-point stars, which got 137% and the 86% on the 3-point star.
Yeah, so the 3-point star had half the click-throughs of the 6-point stars, right?
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. I mean, a 3-point star almost looks like a triangle. It's really weird.
What? But it worked. I mean, if you have nothing, I'd rather throw in a 3-point star than nothing at all.
Yeah, for sure. So guys, that's the tip. It can't be on your primary image. You know, your primary image has to be the main image with no text or weird stuff. So it's a secondary image, and throw them up in the top corners, okay? 6-point star, 175% increase. 5-point stars also do really well. We just stick with 6-point. They just look cooler to me, at least.
Yeah, and this one, the next tactic we have was really, really cool. We talked about it. We didn't think it was going to work at first, but what do you tell them about it, Manny?
Okay, you're talking about the money back guarantee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So this one's going to sound goofy and weird, but it is what it is. All right, so we put in our bullet points a money back guarantee. So we say 30 days money back guarantee is the standard, right? 30 days is pretty typical.
Yeah, I think everybody does that.
I think we found that 60 days is kind of over-delivering. It's like people are like, what? 60 days? You know, they almost don't believe it. But what's really weird is when you even over-deliver and you go to 63, that's when you stand out, right? So you have a 63-day money-back guarantee, which is crazy. But Guy, this is the part that I love. This is the ninja part. It's going to blow everybody's mind, right? You know it.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this. You cannot use the word day, okay? So it's not 63-day money-back guarantee, okay? And we found this out by accident. Use a percentage. So you're going to say 63% money-back guarantee. Now, I know that sounds really weird and goofy, but when you replace the word day with percentage, the results go way up. And this was, honestly, Guy, you remember this. We talked about this. This was an accident. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We talked about it. It was an honest accident with our one of the listings when our VAs was doing it. And
I think they used something like search and replace or something.
Yeah. And it was weird, right? Because it was a few days later, we're looking at the sales because they nearly doubled. And we're like, what the heck is going on? We couldn't figure it out. We're looking at all the normal places. And then it was when you notice it and you're like, oh, we have a typo here. And then we fixed it. And then the sales dropped. And then we put it back. And they went back up. And then we actually replicated it elsewhere. And bam, what happened? Same results.
Money, man.
Yeah. So that is pretty good. The 63% money back guarantee. I mean,
okay.
That's Ultra Ninja. But that's one you don't want to be, I wouldn't be spreading that one around if everybody starts using it.
I wouldn't abuse it. Keep it to yourselves. If, like anything, if we overdo it, I think it's gonna work less and less. And guys, we can't explain many of these or any of these. They just work. They just plain work.
Yeah. All right. So the final one, and we're gonna keep this this podcast hopefully just around the 10-minute mark if we can get through this one really quick. So let's do this one fast, Guy. The last one. Do you want to handle this one?
Yep.
Go for it.
This one was in one of our products that has variations. We discovered that you never want to use the word yellow followed by the word red. And after doing some reading, we found out that people relate yellow followed by red to sunburn, and it has negative connotations and it decreases conversions. So if you have different color variations, always put the red variation before the yellow one.
Yeah.
So you have to get red and then followed by yellow, or it's gonna kill your conversions.
Yep. Absolutely. It's a weird mental, like something, I don't know, maybe when we're growing up or something, it just happens, right? There's like calming colors. When you see blue, it's a calming color in certain things, but specific combination of colors absolutely destroys conversions. So it's super weird. And I mean, it's not like your sales are going to be cut in half, but you're going to see probably 10, 15, maybe even 20% decreases on sales. And over the course of the year, that's massive, right? Just trust us on this one. Those were the 4 points, Guy. We got through it.
Absolutely, Manny. Oh, wait, guys. I have one last thing to mention. Everything that we just mentioned in this podcast is a prank. None of this is true. Please don't go putting up uppercase numbers or 6-point stars. It's all a joke. We had done this recording back in April. We're gonna release it as April Fool's jokes, and we're too busy, but we thought it was gold. So if you like it, if you thought it was weird, if you were baffled, please share this. Don't spoil the jokes. Share it around. Tell people that it's ninja strategies, and you'll be able to laugh and enjoy the prank.
Yeah. Post a link wherever you can. I think people will get a kick out of it. They'll be like, who are these crazy mofos?
Yeah, awesome. And if you're listening to us for the first time, we actually do have a lot of valuable tips. Listen to all the podcasts. Go to our Facebook group. There's a lot of ninja stuff. This one wasn't particularly the best one to start listening to us, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the podcast.
All right. Now, guys, for real, talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
You've been listening to the AM/PM podcast hosted by Manny Coates. For more information, insider tools, and to get the resources mentioned in this episode, visit ampmpodcast.com.